refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Ragas and darkness and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Enter, I attain the heart of enlightenment. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced enlightenment and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to a complete stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent. I take refuge until enlightenment is reached by the merit of Janarasta and other good deeds. May I attain Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Now we go to the this book, no short mandala there, it's okay. So ready to go to teaching. Tamge Dukje Shaje Reason Dong Yinje Mado Deje Bunjong Basarje Lambo Tabar Jibek Shaje Jabe Shabla Gizanze Duje Chanje Delo Naro Dang Mapa Malai Shije Gambo Pomo Trupa Jarwa Indri Gombe Kaja Lama Nanlan Juba Zorwan De Rome Jije Yenje Podang Te Song Sanje Genje Ngowo Nye Ransem Jige Ngongzong Dongze Sabe Lame Jala Zorwan De. Okay, thank you everyone coming for the teaching. So I'm going to share with you the burning away afflictions, a ritual to purify obscurations, which can be used in conjunction with any practice of the unsurpassed sacred mantra. So this is called the Sancho ritual sadhana. And in this one has included two sections. Actually, Sancho ritual can do for the living beings. Sancho ritual can do the disease. Usually the Sancho ritual is for disease. And then also sometimes the people has life obscurations. Then sometimes the teachers recommend to do the life Sancho ritual, so that remove the life obscurations. I think that life Sancho ritual helps like the some death mara recognize already contained in the death, so they don't have to die. So you can skip the death. Sometimes like sections. So that's why I think they're doing Sancho ritual for the living too. This sadhana is not kind of independent sadhana. So that means like have to follow by the main sadhana. Example, Buddha Amitabha sadhana or Chinrezek sadhana. So that too is usually popular. Follow the Sancho ritual, do the Buddha Amitabha sadhana, and then this Sancho ritual joined together. Sometimes like Chinrezek sadhana, then this Sancho ritual joined that. Gaji Rinpoche now he doing White Tara sadhana, and then he used the main practice of White Tara sadhana, and then this is joined to the White Tara sadhana. So that means like the Sancho Yadam deity is can be Buddha Amitabha, can be Waitara can be, any yadam deity. So then this Sancho ritual is usually not for the lay people doing, it's always in the monastery. Monastics do the Sancho ritual, not for the lay peoples. And then Gachi Rinpoche, he opened up for this is for lay people. And first time I saw this people group drawing together, I'm also not comfortable. Wow, it's like this is only we monastery doing, not for the lay people to come join to do this. And Rinpoche, he recommend long as it was refugee vows. So that means the Sangha, then Sangha can do these prayers, practice for the others. So he open up for everyone. So that's why this is already translation to English. If you study this sadhana, then you also, this really helps like actually pardo, situations like pardo beings, what their suffering, what their need, how this practice help them, it's really beautiful. So this practice also, if you know, then really helpful when we die. So also we can do this for the people who die, pass away, and as long as the Sangha comes together, can do the for others. This ritual is beautiful sadhana, powerful sadhana too. So now, this sadhana, you can see they have a 1,000 eye, 1,000 Avalokiteshvara image called the scar feelings, star eyes that look up in sentient beings with the compassions appear in the mind of the Chabji Gachin Trita Rinpoche. So this is also Gachin Rinpoche's vision, is 1,000 eye, 1,000 hands Buddha. So usually, traditionally, of course, we don't have like this. It's different. You can, the statues, tankas. We have 1,000 eye, 1,000 hands, the Chinrezek. So this here says, see, appear in the mind of the Chabji Gachin Rinpoche. He has, I think, this vision. So Rinpoche usually think is like the whole space is fed by this Chinrezek image. Whole sky and everything, like appear to like eyes, Chinrezek appear to his image. So that's he has vision. And the center, this picture, the center is a statue. Is in Lhasa House, Jokang Temple has this statue, the center one. The image is statues. So the history is Khenpo Samdup Rinpoche. He created this statue, this first Dharma king in Tibet. It is in Jokang Temple in Lhasa. Then other like all this like eye symbols is like this Gachi Rinpoche, he created this. Then we go to the page 1. So Namong Guru Deva Dakine, homage to Guru Yadam in the Dakini. In the city of illusion of ignoring, grasping at the duality. So that is the samsara, driven by the two kinds of obscuration and the way of ordinary habitual tendencies. Beings are conformed by the natural expression of misery. thus close the door to the confusion, perception of the true obscuration, and be diligent in this practice to purify obscurations, which can be combined with the extensive or conscious self-generation of any mandala of the unsurpassed Vajrayana. So this can follow by the any Vajrayana sadhanas, means like different Yadam deity sadhanas, can join with the other generation practice Yadam deity sadhanas. Then it consists of the three parts. So the Yadam deity sadhana always followed by the three parts, consists of the three parts. So the preparation is first. The preparation is we do the usually opening prayers, and the mind generation is called preparation. So sadhana, when we practice, we must have to have a preparation. The main part is the generation stage. So we visualize self-generation, front generation, or it's called the main part. And the conclusion is the dedication. So that's all the sadhanas practices subsumed into these two categories. So long as you have this preparation, main part, and the conclusion, then your sadhana is completely practiced. The preparations consist of 8 steps. So then this has a preparation has 8 different steps. The activity of the main part can be done as explained in any selected text. So that is the main practice. Then also main practice, we have to follow the Buddha Amitabha sadhana, Chinese sadhana, and follow that. Then use this is called main sadhana, main practice. If the selected text contains a verse recitation, it should be done after the mantra recitation. So then after mantra recitation, join this sadhana, go into the practice Sancho ritual. So we, example, Buddha Shakyamuni sadhana. So we chant the Tiyata Om Mani Mani Mahamani Soha. So after mantra, then go into this Sancho ritual practice. So Vaitara sadhana, we have Om Tare Tutare Tere Mama Ayunjana Pinya Patrinkara Soha. So when we get in that mantra section, then go into the Sancho ritual sadhana. Then if not visualize the West deity, so this is the called the visualize the West deity, means front generation, self-generation. Visualize the West deity. The 3 sections have to follow the practice. So also when we do the empowerment rituals, empowerment also who do the ritual, the empowerment, who teacher who performing the ritual, empowerment. So that person have to do the self-empowerment first. The self-empowerment also the teacher first, example like self-generation practice, chant the mantra and visualize. Then go to the front generation, then chant the mantra practice, and then go to this visualize the West deity and then chant the mantra. They have 3 sections. The both have to chant the mantra. So this one is like we have a West, and then the top usually we put the Buddha image. So that means like the West visualize the West deity. West is become deity, you know, top the deity is merged into the nectar, you know, into the West. So that nectar is falling, you know, empowerment, putting our crown and do the ritual things. So that's why they follow the 3 different levels. For the dead text is blue inside clearly brackets. For the living text is red inside square brackets. So this one, they put the color, blue color, red color. This makes it really easy for people who do the practice. So we're doing this ritual for the disease, then we follow by the blue color. And it's people who we do this ritual for the living beings, then we follow the red color. Special instruction for Tibetan when chanted simultaneously with English. Now we go to next page. When we chant this Sancho ritual, the West is a self-born West place inside which appear the deity supremely clear like planets and stars reflected in a limpid like, I think. That's correct, maybe I read. So now, the West is like we visualize the Yidam deity. The West is, you know, palace. Yidam deity is a palace. Then inside which appear the deity, inside the visualize the Yidam deity, supremely clear, like planes and stars reflected in the lamp-like, lamp-like. So that's the visualize when we chant this Sancho ritual first. Then lake stream forth from its life force, seeds and mantra, winds around the mantra, thread and dissolve into the West deity's hearts. So the West, and then the teacher has the life force seeds. So the lake streams, like you saying something, you know, like we usually quote the West, and the West is put the some cord, the, you know, cord is a string, long string, touch to the West, and use the Vajra, put in the West, and then one is like another side is held by the teacher hold. So that means, like, see, our heart level is, or the mantra is go through the strength, go through the West. So mantra winds around the mantra, thread and thread dissolve into the West deity's heart. Then from there, body follows, bursting nectar, merging indivisible with the waters of the West. So then we have to chant the mantra. Is the mantra as a Kalasha Sarvasiddhi Home. Is if we use this sadhana with Amitabha, then we chant the Om Ami Devasha Kalasha Sarvasiddhi Home. If we use the Chinesic sadhana, then we have to chant Om Mane Peme Home Kalasha Sarvasiddhi Home. If we use the Tara sadhana, then Tara mantra after Kalasha Sarvasiddhi Home. We have to chant the through the root mantra is the, you know, main sadhana's mantra, and recite 100 times or as much as we can. Then also they have another verse. So think about that verse is focusing on the cleansing water or the activity ways. So we have two ways. One is visualize the Yedam deity is called principal ways. Another is called activity ways. The two ways is different. Sometimes like ways has like this ruben color also makes it different. So principal ways is like usually put example Buddha Amitabha image, mean deity, and ways no activity ways has maybe wrath for deity's image. So sometimes a Vajrapana image is like activity, remove the obstacles. So that's is like usually people come into the temple, we chant Om Benza Sato Samaya Mandapalaya, like before empowerment, giving water. It's come from the activity ways. The empowerment, that time you get the water is from the principal ways. Principal ways is mean Yadam deity, representing mean Yadam deity. So this second mantra is a focus for the West activities mantra. Om Benza Amrita Kandale Hanana homepage. So that is usually we chant same mantra always like this Om Benza Amrita Kandale Hanana homepage. Empowerment ritual sadhana also use that mantra. So then in this way the water particles are consecrated with indestructible Vajra nature on Ahong. So on Ahong, blessing to our body, speech, mind. Then water offering. The deity merged into wisdom nectar, merging inseparable into one with the West water. So that is means like when we chant the prayers, like all this, the deities merge into the wisdom nectar. So merging inseparable one with the West water is that is like become water is a blessing inside the West. It's the actually same as the Yedam deity. Yedam deity is already nectar, water, so that's why we can drink. Then the Sancho ritual, so we do this one. I pray to you, precious Guru, means like no, it's we calling because this is for the going for the disease. So we calling our gurus. I pray you, precious kind rule. Kind Lord of Dharma, I call you with longing. It's Tibetan is a very beautiful way, so usually chant this one, so one so Lama Rinpoche. So very calling the Guru to ask the blessing and help for this disease. Unfortunate ones. Unfortunate one have no hope but you. So no, I don't have any, like can ask you, only I can ask you help. So I'm unfortunate ones have no hope but you. Grant your blessings that our mind merge indivisibly. So we calling the Guru, please help me. No one can help me, only you can help. Then calling that Guru. So it's our mind is merging with our Guru. So then this sadhana ritual need lots of object. Secondly, example, the materials for purification are cover less of names. So we need the disease name, and also they need the cover for that. Then also food offerings, so for the disease. Then also hang drinks torma, so it's so torma for the obstacle beings. Mirror, we need a mirror is for using for the, purification. Mustard, also need a mustard, removing the, for the pardo being has a obstacle beings. So use this mustard help for the mustard seeds, and that helps for remove the pardo beings obstacle. Mantra saint, then also the need saint. The saint also helps like recognize the death. The pardo beings recognize their death, and the bear also then of course use the bear dhamma that we need these objects. We have all this preparing before this chanting. This part is the Vajra master, who is the leader of the practice. So that person put all this in front of the person. So when we do this Sancho ritual, we need a charm master, we need Vajra master, we need Shra master. So because lots of things to do, so Vajra master, if doing the prayers, then you have to do lots of things, like your jobs, like hard to do together, all the jobs together. But sometimes I do all three of the jobs of one person because no charm master and no Shra master, then everything bring put in the table and doing these rituals. I did a couple of times, like everything is myself. Usually at least 3-4 people have evolved for the Sancho ritual. The same is like empowerment, or empowerment also like see who perform the empowerment. So empowerment usually without a chant master is okay because not much to chant prayer. So then empowerment must have to have a like Shra master. So this everything is like ready to performing empowerment one by one. So Shra master have to offering to the Vajra master. Vajra master and Shra master, the both have to understand, empowerment ritual. Otherwise, so what Shra master don't know is really hard. Vajra master is have to calling, I want these things, I need this. They, have usually you cannot say that calling in the during the performing. So what Shra master have to know what I have to present to the Vajra master. So sometimes the Vajra master don't look what the Shra master give it to him, So they have to focus on their own job. There's whatever they put in the hand, so they use that sometimes, So that's why Shra master really have to know clearly the empowerment ritual things. Then we chant the Om Benza Amrita Kandala Hanana Home Om Sobhava Shida Savadama Sobhava Shida Han. So that's a blessing for the Torma and these ritual things. So then we have to follow by the blue one, not red one. With Arun Hok Mudra and holding Vajra and bear visualize. So this is called Arun Hok Mudra. Arun Hok Mudra is I think this one called Arun Hok Mudra. And the Vajra bear has to hold and do this way, Arun Hok Mudra. But this also Vajra master have to do. Usually the other who join the practicing there, they don't have to do. Arun Hok Mudra. Visualize. So the Arun Hok Mudra means like, bring the disease consciousness, visualize, you bring the disease consciousness. That's why I call Arun Hok. Use Arun Hok, bring into front of practitioners the disease consciousness. Vajra and bear visualize from the state of emptiness appears you in nature endowed with a Bendu, it transforms into you refer to as the one past, appearing with the complete aggregates, element, and the sense source, just as when alive, taking refuge in the three jewels and the deity of the mandala. So now we use the aroma bring into the disease. So same is the during the life, the form body, exactly same form body. Actually, of course, the Pardo being disease didn't have physical form body, but this when we who do this ritual, the visualize the disease bring exactly same is life in front of us. Then the taking refuge, the disease have to take refuge. So then chant this one like Jeho means all blessing. Child of a noble family, no past, so no is giving actually introduction, instruction to the disease because you telling them you already passed. Sometimes the disease don't recognize their past way. Noble family, no past. The family, the life you care for has not come to its end. Your life is already end. So you have gone to a place beyond the five aggregates, a city of illusion means like pardon. You already passed away. Wherever you are born in the six realms or samsara state like happiness. So now we actually this is giving the instruction for them teaching dharma for the pardo being disease. So telling them is like wherever you go, the six realms is suffering. State like happiness, no happiness in the samsara. So especially in the three miserable state of existing, the suffering is inconceivable. So if falling to the lower realms, the hell realms, hungry gods, and the animal realms, inconceivably suffering. In the three miserable state of existence, the suffering is conceivable. So then, therefore, lesson child of noble family do not attach to this samsara world. So that's why don't attach to the samsara. See, attachment is like biggest obstacle for the disease. Long as have a strong attachment, very hard to do power for the disease too. So also so we read Amitabha prayer, Buddha Amitabha prayer. Tibetan says Sagu Nyani Tarwa Yang Nobji Soji Nankala means like birds is put in the cage, it's like you release. The vulture is released, it's directly fly to the sky, never coming, returning back, no looking back. So like that. So when we pass, we say like not any attached to any object, just directly focus for Buddha Amitabha purely. Same is like birds or vulture release from the cage. So like that, we need our minds like not attached to any object, directly wanting to just reborn to Buddha Amitabha purely. Therefore, lesson child and noble family do not attach to this samsara world. Resist the tempting course of evil force that will lead you astray. So then you have some obstacles, someone telling you, take you to the wrong directions, don't listen to them. With mind directed on the yadam, single-pointedly to this spirit place. So we say like directly focus for yadam deities. Then visualize the yadam deity come to in this place, is front of the Vajra master and the Sangha. And the holy presence of the master and the deity comes instinctively. So telling that this is come in front of us. Don't follow other, don't listen to the obstacle beings. They're taking to they take you to the lower realms, they take you to the wrong directions. We're telling them to don't follow them. So then Namo, by power of truth, of infinite house, of three roots, and the three power of the deities, mantra, mudra, and samadhi. So no, this is Arun mudra with calling the disease consciousness bring into the front of the practitioner. So that's why Namo means like prostration to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then by the power of truth of the infinite house of the three roots, see power of Yadam deity, power of Guru, power of darkness, called three roots is like Yadam, Guru, and darkness. The power of the three roots, and the power of deity's mantra. So power of the Yadam deity is a mantra, mudra, and the samadhi. So mudra is like drawing the mudra for the hymn mudras, and then samadhi means like the practitioners using the samadhi. The samadhi is also depending individual level. So of course, like high realizers, they can calling the disease, they can see the disease, the consciousness. But then beginners, like samadhi means like just focus, really mind focus for the ritual with compassion. So long as who does the ritual, so must have to have a compassion for the disease. Then that is connect with for the disease, power of compassion. Then, wherever your consciousness abides, child pass you, summon the consciousness by reciting Benza Akusha Za Hong Pa Hong, dissolve into the support with Za Ho Pa Ho, means like dissolving to like Za Ho Pa Ho is like Muda. Dissolving to the is the Sancho ritual that we have the name, the name, and then they have also image created the palace. Yadam deity's palace and the representative form body and the special image. So the bring to this disease consciousness, then is the main point is dissolve into the support for this object. Then after that, so chant Giktor means cleanse and purify the hindrance torma with. So no drawing torma. This torma is for giving to the obstacle. So who give the obstacle to the Pardo beings, and then make the obstacle and the Pardo being disease make separate. So obstacle cannot influence by the Pardo beings. That's why the giving torma. Remove the obstacles. Ryan Khan is blessing on Ahong. On Sawambeng Gani Balingta Kaye. So dedicate 3 times. Then this is the giving torma for them. Hong all your dualistic and confused appearances. You separate spirit, obstructors and elementals. Take this torma and go to your abides. So they make separate from the disease. Pardo beings are giving the torma for them. Then also the cord, like protection sphere. Visualize protection sphere is like we visualize Vajra boundary, or dependent followed by the Yadam days is sadhana. If peace for Yadam deity, usually the visualize rainbow light round, and then inside there is the Pardo being. So this obstacle cannot penetrate to the Pardo beings, or Vajra fence round fires. So depending the deity, within the Dharmakaya state, there's pro-motor awareness. The deity and the mantra are known, or the mantra of boundaries is formed spontaneously and naturally. So the boundary is, see, here is the mantra, actually the power of the pro-motor awareness. It's Dharmakaya. The deity and the mantra also, like make boundaries, is things. Mantra is become protection. Known door, mantra are known door. The mandala of boundaries is formed spontaneously and naturally. So that helps like become boundaries. Mantras arise to the boundaries, or your realization, our realization, like kind of promoter awareness arise to the wisdom kind of boundary, like sometimes a fire, Vajra things, they all arise from the promoter awareness, or non-dualistic mantra. That's all power is to become boundaries, like obstacles cannot come in to penetrate to the Pardo beings. Then Hong Hong Benza Raksha Raksha Drum. So chant that mantra has become make boundaries. So no diseases become very safe. Chende is like, see, blue color. You say Chende means like Tibetan is like who pass away. That's called Chende. Jinda means like the sponsor, who is living beings. That's why red color is Jinda, means living one, like sponsors, like so sponsor the using this word. The reason is like someone asked me to do, so the who requests me puja, so that person is called Jinda, means like sponsor, puja sponsor. So the living person. Chende means who's passed away. So this is today we're doing for Chende. Inseparable on the 6 places of your body passed on chart. So then 6 places on chart means like the path where the disease has 6 places. That's why it's I don't have it here right now, so you can see tomorrow maybe. We have like paper that has mantras. The paper has mantras one by one. So that means 6 places. And the Chende, like the who pass away, secret on the 6th place of your body, pass on chart. So that 6 is representative with 6 rams, 6 rams. And that's why we chant Om Mane Padme Hum, is block the 6 rams karmic imprints, purify the 6 rams karma. So the 6, so are the 6 seeds of the 6 classes. So they have 6 syllables. In the, we do this Jangchog ritual, usually we, end of the ritual, we burn that paper, and the paper has 6 syllables, not on Mane Padme Hum, different mantra, 6 seeds. So we chant that mantra, so followed by then, usually you can see when Gachin Rinpoche does this performance, he put in the fire, each syllable, burned, followed by mantra. Burn means like you burning is karmic imprints is burning. So God's realm karmic imprints burnt, then go to like jealousy gods, humans, like one by one have to burn, followed by the prayer mantra. My fingers are the Buddhas of the 5 families and their concerts. So then usually there also Buddha is like this, 5 finger is like 5 Buddha, 5 female Buddhas. So that's the mantra is Om Hong Tam Sha A is 5 Buddha consecrated the plums with plums with Om Hong Tam Sha A. So visualize these syllables in the finger. Then Mam Lam Mam Pan Tam is like 5 female Buddhas mantra. Om Surata Bam means like this 5 Buddha, 5 female Buddhas joined together, inseparable. So that's like this, Buddha. Benza Inza, Benza Binda Pam, clapping the hands together, Varjara, Benza Bindale with interlaced finger, then join like this together. Then I'm just join something. So then visualize, see, second line, rest, palm recite, like rest of promote of wisdom, strength from their points of union, burning away the sea of the 6 classes. So this represented with like 5 females, 5 Buddhas, inseparable, join. Main point is like method and wisdom joined together. Then it's arise the wisdom. So wisdom is become fire, is burning the syllables, like 6 main point is burning the like 6 karmic imprints, burning away the seeds of the 6 classes. So not going to reborn to the 6 realms. So then chant this one. Om Sarva Tathangata the Aditina Adintite Sarva Pampam Avarana Baminkare Soha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After that mantra, so then is follow the root mantra recite. Root mantra is if you see I said doing the Buddha Amitabha, then we have to chant Om Ami Devara. Then after that, Om Dahan Daha Savanaranga Gate Hong Pei. So Om Ami Devara. Then chant that one 3 times. Have to burn the syllable. Use the usually incense is make fire. That is representative. Wisdom, fire is the burning the syllables. Then also Om Ami Devara, Om Pacha Pacha Savatita Kangate Heta Hong Pei. Om Ami Devara, Om Mata Mata Savatiyanga Gate Heta Hong Pei. Om Ami Devara, Om Tsinda Tsinda Savat Niranga Te Heta Hong Pei. Om Ami Devara, Om Tek Tek Savat Asuranga Te Heta Hong Pei. Om Ami Devara, Om Birta Birta Savat Suranga Te Heta Hong Pei. So then remove the 6 karmic imprints. So that means block the 6 realms door. The 6 realms karma is removing. So now is supplication for the divine evolution. Means like it's doing the purification, cleansing. Instantly at the Buddha's birth, the gods offer him evolution. Just so I offer you evolution with the pure water of the gods. This is actually the gods is like I don't think so. It's the same as the gods realm gods. So this gods is like usually is called the Bodhisattvas and Dakinis, and like not the gods realm gods. So the Tibetan words is Hla. You know, Hla means like Buddha, Bodhisattvas. Hla means also gods realm gods. So same words, but you have to recognize depending words talking about meaning. So that is always like translators didn't get the meaning because harder to understand. If you don't know the rituals, like you don't know the Dharma very well, and you don't know the Tibetan language very well, even go to Google, so you put a Hla, it's come up gods. So that's why they put the gods, but main point is like Buddha's water, Bodhisattva's water, gods, because the God's realm is not that 6 realms, so not that water. Water is come from the like who's someone free from samsara, the nectar. Om sawa tatangata abekeka de samaya shireye hong. So that is the mantra. So it's for the purification. This mantra also usually for use the empowerment. Om Sawatatangata Abhekeka de Samaya Shiraya Home is main point is empowerment mantra. They adra their bodies, then we using this water like it's kind of like giving bath for the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. That helps actually remove our obstacles. It's create accumulation merit. It's a different method. The Buddhas don't really need, we do shower for them, but we use this special method. Same is offering to Buddha. So also you can visualize, give shower to Buddha, Bodhisattvas. So that's actually remove our obstacle negatively. Then also we offering towel and also offering the cloth. After take shower, then we need a towel and need the cloth. So that's why this adra their bodies with exquisite cloth, pure and sweetly fragrant. That's offering to Buddha. Om Sawatatangata Kayam Bishodane Yasoha. So that offering reflect the name inscription in the mirror. Wish the mirror with the west water. So then also use the mirror, and then the also the disease. The name is coming into the mirror. So that also representative, like we removing the disease obscuration too. So when you use that, we have to use the west. That's why this is the prayer. Home in the house of victorious deities abides within the west, place of this blessing west. Nature of the 6 perfections. It is water cleanse the stains of the 6 afflictions. So 6 afflictive emotions purifying stains of the 6 afflictions. This 6, the water is nature of the 6 perfections: generosity, morality, patience, effort, meditation, wisdom. So this is 6 parameter. 6 parameter is representative, removing the 6 realms karmic imprints. Then follow the root mantra on Ami Deva. So then Om Sawatatangata Abhekengata Samaya Shiraya Home. Chant that. Home up ablution water adorned with the samadhi and the mantra vast ocean of good qualities. So that is the talking about the water's quality. So usually ordinary water only can just clean your body, but cannot remove the obstacles. This water is not ordinary water, so it's nectar. That's why removing the create accumulation merit and remove this Bardo beings obstacle and the karmic imprints, everything is washed away. Visualizing for using this practice mantra, power over the prayer mantra. But your lotus mind in the moon mandala reflected in the water of a pro-motor wisdom. So that is like a little bit followed by kind of a more poetry way, actually bathing is lotus mind. Its mind is like same as lotus in the moon mandala reflected in the water of pro-motor wisdom. So water pro-motor wisdom is the water is put into the lotus flower. So like that, it's the consciousness. The Pardo beings disease is like visualize the same as the lotus flower. Then the reflect in the water of pro-motor wisdom. The water is actually mean from the symbolize is pro-motor wisdom, wisdom nectar. Thus purify may you chart the path, because presenting like a white pear with no sting left to cleanse. So then your consciousness is the same as a white pear, pure or pearl. It's harder to read. I can read this one. So then with no sting left to cleanse, it's pure cleanly become diseases, obstacles purified. Chende is a disease. So all habits and obscuration of your body, speech, and mind made pure. Mean from the body, mind, speech, obscuration is purified. Then we have to chant the Om Amidevatra or Om Manipemi Hong, the main Yadam deity's mantra. After then we have to chant Om Benza Sato Samaya Mandapalaya, because this is a purification. So you think about usually empowerment also, before we receiving empowerment, we have to clean our body, speech, and mind. That's why the purification. So if I have a nectar, if putting nectar, we need some clean the waste, otherwise the nectar is wasting. So first we have to clean up. So usually empowerment before clean up our body, speech, and mind, then give it the ritual empowerment. Same like this. So we clean up the who pass away, the body, speech, and mind, purify the obscuration first. So 17, page 70, pray that, and then chant this auspicious. May there be auspiciousness by day, auspiciousness at night, and auspiciousness at midday too. Because auspicious reason is like you purify karma. Power of this Buddhas, mantras, and promoter awareness, non-dualistic, compassion, power of three roots, power of three jewels. So that's why that all purify karma. That's why it's auspicious. Auspicious forever, day and night, through the three jewels, may auspicious forever. So now giving to the teaching for them, the disease, for lesson, disease chart. If a noble family have faith in the Guru and the deity, so ask them devotion to the Guru and the Yadam deity. And come here with joy and respect to gaze upon this sublime mandala. The denizens of hairs arise out of aggression, see them as a mirror, clear, and empty. So, see, denizens of hairs arise out of aggression. So hair rams arise from the anger. So that's why hairs arise out of aggression, see them as a mirror, clear, and empty. See, look to anger is empty. It's the same as like clear and empty, mirror, clear and empty. Anger is purified. Anger is transformed to the mirror like wisdom. So that part is teaching that we did Saturday, Sunday in the Genji Mahamudra, how to, anger, this five afflictive emotion, taking into the wisdom. So now is we giving teaching to the disease. Then that is for the harem. We're teaching them, how to remove the harem karma. So harem karma transform, anger transform to the mirror like wisdom. Then release avarice, within the state of some seminous wisdom, the word of a hungry ghost. So strong, our stingy is like causes of the hungry ghost. So stingy's appearance is a hungry ghost. So now we're telling them this state of seminous wisdom, the word of a hungry ghost purified. Release awareness within the state of seminous wisdom. So this is called seminous wisdom. Stage is purified to the transform to the seminous wisdom. Then that is a purified hungry ghost karma. So now it's animal realm. Ignorance, the world of animals, is the luminosity of Dharma wisdom. So ignorance is transformed to the Dharma wisdom. Ignoring perception is an animal realm. Attachment, the domains of humans, is the self-nature of discriminating wisdom. That is transformed to the discriminating wisdom. So this section is really beautiful, I mean, you really understanding where is these 6 realms come from. 6 realms is projecting our 6 different emotions. So 6 realms exist or not exist. It's like you can question yourself. You can ask yourself their question. As long as you have 6 these different kind of emotions existing within your mind, then you have 6 realms. If anger is not exist in your mind stream, then you don't have hair realms. Ignorance is not exist in your mind stream, then you don't have animal realms. So think about that way. So then jealousy, the realms of demons, is the creative energy of spontaneously accomplishing wisdom. That's transformed to the accomplishing wisdom. So then comes on. So this didn't say the Trado Lamen Yon. So this say jealousy, the realm of demons. Jealousy and the God realm is sometimes put together, sometimes we say like 5 beings, 5 different kind of beings, means that time jealousy God's realm is together. So here is put together. It's not specifically here separate. It's God's realm actually included jealousy God's realm. So jealousy realm, the realm of damage is the creative and energy of spontaneously accomplished wisdom. Realize the three planes of the gods abides within the state of clear and empty wisdom. Comes from light. So maybe this one is God's realm is separate. Realize the three planes of the gods. Yeah, it's here is God's realm is separate. Three planes is like God's realm has a form. God's realm formless and desire jealousy gods. So gods has three different gods. Some gods is a part of the is a desire. Some gods is a part of the form realms. Some gods is a part of the formless. I think that's why it's talking about the three planes of the gods abide within the state of clear and empty wisdom. So the impure six samsaric states are the abides of six pure wisdoms. This six impure is transformed to the six pure wisdoms. That means like 6 realms purified karma. Then within the single empty nature of the mind itself, even the concepts of pure or impure do not exist. This becomes teaching the Mahamudra. Truly pure, not pure, both are not exist. It's Mahamudra. Enter the heart of awareness, the mandala of spontaneously empty clarity. So having spoken thus, the disease is lead out of the abides of the 6 classes. When the name inscription has been placed before the Vajra master, the relative offer prostration. So then this disease is like removed from or transformed from the liberate from the samsara 6 realms. Then it's within the name, inscription is the put into the front of the Vajra master. Before the Vajra master, the relative offer prostration. Then the relative who's the disease relatives, they're going to do the prostrations, use that name inscription. Disease name is writing in the paper, so usually put in the front of Vajra master. So then they give it to the relatives, who's the family. So then they hold that paper, name paper, and do the prostration 3 times. So when they do the prostration, that time then they chant this one. Embodiment of all the Buddhas, the very essence of Vajra holders. And the rule of 3 jivas, homage to all gurus, compassionate protectors, omniscient guides, auction of merit and good qualities, homage to the Buddhas, the cause, free of attachment and pure, liberated through virtue from evil states. So that's the during prostration, the sangha chanting this prayer. Supreme and singular automatic true homage to Dharma that is brings peace. Liberate yourself, you show the path to liberation, where found did in the pure trainings. A sacred affairs of noble qualities, homage to the Sangha too. Homage to the unwavering Dharmakaya, the wisdom mind beyond expression, the great bliss, and the Sambhonakaya, the 5 Buddhas and their families. And the Nirmanakaya of peace and wrath, the deities, the myriad expressions of compassion, skillful means. With the body as numerous as dust mouths in all universes. So then the someone is like who has qualities like object of the postrations. We with bodies as numerous as dust motes in all universes. I will always pay homage with great devotion to all those words of respect. So this is representative, like disease is doing prostration to the all these yadam, that is gurus, bodhisattvas. You ocean of refuge, please liberate countless sentient beings and myself from the fear of evil states, and please guide us to the state of liberation. So that is the postation to the disease, representative disease postation to the yadam, that is gurus. Then in instinct, your departed ones, means like who pass away, transform into the pure deities, so become the diseases, visualize, transform to the Buddha Amitabhas. Like, see, if we're doing the practice, mean yadam deities, Buddha Amitabha, we visualize that person has become Buddha Amitabha. Diseases. The vase is placed on the crown. So no is Vajra master giving the empowerment to the disease. So this is no is empowerment section. So all the different steps here, practice many different collections here, like helping for the disease. So no is giving the empowerment to the disease. Home. In this verse, this precious and vast palace are the three roots, divine expressions, examples. Is water transformed to wisdom nectar to empty samsara from its very depth. So you understand this section also really good, when we receive empowerment. So exactly we're doing this way is receiving empowerment. Then charred no past. I see, in its water transformed into wisdom nectar to empty samsara from its very depth. Charred no past. Empowerment is given to you. May the obscuration of your body, speech, and mind be purified. And may you obtain empowerment of enlightening body, speech, and mind. That's all is the same as the empowerment usually we receive. Then chant the mantra Om Amidevasra Kaya Vakatata Sarva Abhiketsa Om Ahong Shri Wankor. And come after root mantras, chant that, and then confess empowerment, confer empowerment. So no, next is called the giving food for the disease. It's usually called the soul offerings. The two things, small offering called sun offering, Tibetan called sun offering. It's called small offering. Morning we're doing called sun offering. Evening for the disease doing the similar is called soul offering. Soul must have to have food, burning the food. And also sometimes people put tea in the cup, tea cup too. During the tea, they put the tea and the food. So in Tibet, usually individually they have own cup. So the person pass away, their cup is fed by the food. And then use that same cup, and then burn the food. So 45 days, they always put food in their own cup, the person who passed away, their own cup. fed the food. So now it's drawing the soul offering for them. Zatong Namchadi is a sprinkle nectar on the food and the drink offers and purified with Ramyam Kam means like blessing on our home. So then secret by reciting the scatter your mantra with its mudra and by reciting on our home 3 times. Nama Savatata Kate. This same mantra, usually we do the morning small offering. This offering is the main point is just create like really big and vast. All these millions of diseases comes, they have enough to eat. So even you use like say 1 cup of food for burning, so visualize this big and vast sphere of whole space. The same is like morning small offering. So we do the small, very small tiny also okay. So you can visualize big and vast. So that's called treasure mantra. Scar treasure mantra means fed over all the space, food. Then home, lesson child of a noble family who has passed and changed. We, your dear family, reach out for you with love. Friends with share aspirations and karma have no chance to be together long. Yet with loving mind, we have gathered various enjoyments, and the master who is endowed with compassionate means has arranged enjoyments, great treasures of wealth, delicious food, rich in nutritions. So visualize all these kind of, qualities, the food, giving to the, offering to the disease, Pardo beings. So it's connect with the compassion. Most important is the compassion, love and the compassion. So long as we do the ritual is long as have compassion and love, so that connect with the disease. That's why they can receive this food for, they can receive, disease can receive the food. Satisfying tests of various kinds and drains dispelling the pain of the afflictions. This also giving food for the hungry ghost too. We can not only just think about that person, who passed away, include all the hungry ghosts, all the Pardo beings. They're more powerful. So they also can receive. Use this through the love, compassion, and the mantra, then they have a capacity to receive these offerings. Otherwise, they're not possible to receive. See, hungry ghosts see the food is become fire because due to the karma, they cannot receive the food. If use this method, mantras, and then who doing this performing, use the love, compassion, then they can receive. So satisfying test, like satisfying is a very important word. Usually the hungry ghost never ever satisfy. Even some hungry ghosts can receive whatever they can eat, never satisfy, always hunger and thirsty. So know this mantra, blessing, prayer, this power, they satisfy. Means they can fear their wish. They're no more hunger and thirsty. Then there also the no fears, release fears too. Concerting them with mudras, mantras, and samadhi, these are dedicated to you, the diseased child of noble family. May they pacify all suffering of hunger and thirst without exception, and turn into an inexhaustible supply of food and drink. So they finish the suffering. Then connect with the food and the drink. having arranged myriad desirable offerings of form, sound, smell, taste, touch, and the like. Actually, prepare and mentally created, consecrated with mudras, mantras, and samadhi. So we can use, like say, the object is even you have a very small, but then you can create, like visualize the food fed over space. Then use the mantra, power of the mantra, power of samadhi, mudras, this power that can received. Then that also helps remove the suffering, same time helps remove the obstacle or the pardo being's fears. Then this is like, this way giving for others is like also we create accumulation maybe because we get generosity. This is another special generosity. This kind of generosity, without this ritual, we cannot do the generosity, right? Without ritual, it's no, we don't have ability to generosity, this kind. Without these mantras, is using this special method. So of course, like you can generosity giving food for homeless people. That is easy, but so many other invisible beings, how can you do generosity for them? So then we have to use this different method to giving food for them, generosity practice. I dedicate them to you, pass on child of noble family, may the clinging to the six sensations be free in its natural place. So that helps, like, see, all these six senses, see, six sensations be free its natural place. So all the desire is, they are free from desires become. Not only food, so they have hungry gods means so many problems, different kind of desires, suffering. So free from that. Then chant this prayer is called usually giving food for the hungry gods. We chant this prayer, Om Ahom, especially the beings of the six classes and the 5 types of beings. So this is called the 5 types of beings. The 5 types of beings means like gods and jealousy gods is put together. It's the same as six ram beings who take birth in 4 ways. So we take 4 ways, different 4 ways births. All the 6 ram beings, 4 different ways of birth. All these guests of my compassion. So this all 6 ram beings is a guest, is through our compassion guests. So we have compassion, then they are guests. And the 2 classes of empowered hungry ghost. So they have 2 different kind of hungry ghost. The 2 kind of different hungry ghosts is there actually hungry ghosts has many different kind of types, different kind of a hungry ghost. So here it says like Yadat Desin is 2 kind of a hungry ghost, 2 classes of impoverished hungry ghost. Kalajiva Yada, Mangipa Yada, Kalajiva Yada. One is like followed in the space, the hungry ghost. One is like karmic imprints. So hungry ghost, we can see that is in the usually in the teachings has very clearly these 2 differences. So then, and all those who have left behind the physical supports yesterday, someone passed yesterday, this morning, or some years, month, days, or hours ago, you have not yet found your future bodies. That means for Pardo beings, lost on the dreadful path of the Pardo of becoming. You are without refuge or shelter. shorter protection or helping friends, so you don't have all these protections, main point. You have no support of past, like in the lifetime, no did good merit, that's why collections, and later virtue to call upon, no much virtuous deeds in the aggregates of four maras. So no four names in the aggregates of the four names. Feeling is the nature of suffering. You are tormented by confused perception and divergement, scorched or by cold, hunger, and thirst. Your lifespan is uncertain, like a feather blow around by wind. You have no control over where to go. So these are the Pardo beings, you know, it's very clearly the Pardo teaching. We recognize what Pardo beings suffering, what the kind of these beings. We dedicate this offering to these specific beings dwelling in the Pardo, as well as all the other Pardo beings. May you be at ease, having meet with the perfect dwelling places, companions, enjoyments, food, and drink. In such a state, may you behold noble Avalokiteshvara and Bodhisattva, eliminator of obscurations. May you recognize the Pardo as such and share confused appearances. So remembering the Guru, the three jewels, the Yadam and the view, may you the obscuration of all misdeeds be instantly purified. Thus may you attain mastery of awareness and pass with sudden force to special pure lanes such as Devachi or Lotus Light. So we chant that prayer for Pardo beings. When you do the, you know, food is burning, that time have to chant that prayer, what I just did. Then, so now ready to, you know, the Pardo beings consciousness transform, actually going to the power for the Pardo beings. Home blessing, pass on child of a noble family, wherever is cyclic existing, you are born, its nature is a suffering of three kinds, attached and without craving. So in samsara, it's three different kinds of suffering. It's like suffering of suffering, change of suffering, pervasive of suffering. So that's why we're telling them, you know, don't attach to the samsara. Giving rise to the spirit mind of awakening, remembered through the dharmata. Within the illusory state, realize that the five paths are without self-nature. So 6 rams, you know, like it's langa is like I think 6 rams. Langa ran yi me pa the jimata to. So the spirit of awakening and remember the true, the dharmata, okay, with the illusory state, realize that the 5 paths is like, so the 6 rams, go to 6 rams. They are without self-nature. We said that don't think about there, nothing exists, no exist. No, is may you subtle mental body, the lamana's essence, go to the fields called lotus araya. So the way giving their go, like direction to the Buddha Amitabha Pure Line. It's just telling, like calling different ways Buddha Amitabha Pure Line. Favorite called the Lotus Araya, or it's Buddha Amitabha Pure Line. And the attaining actual awakening indivisibly from the wisdom state of infinite elimination. The consciousness is the form of Ah, dissolved into the heart of Amitabha. So visualize this. This is consciousness syllable Ah. So then this Ah is transformed to the Buddha Amitabha's heart. So that's why then this Vajrayana master, the practitioners strongly supplication to Buddha Amitabha and focusing, visualize this, the consciousness, the disease consciousness is a syllable. So it's a power, giving power to the Bardo beings. Bhagavan Tathagata Ahara, perfect, complete Buddha, protector Amitabha. I pay homage, make offerings, and make refuge. So chant that 3 times, and then sure in the pure line of great bliss is infinite elimination. The embodiment of compassion is Buddha Amitabha. I supplicate you with intense and heartfelt yearning. This body is a city of illusion, a fleeting water bubble. Ferti or house of karma, afflictions and confession, in which is the disciples, luminous ma itself, the Dharmakaya. So visualize that this is ma is Dharmakaya. May it transform into the presence of Buddha Amitabha. May it transfer into the presence of Buddha Amitabha. May it transfer into the presence of Buddha Amitabha. Chant that 3 times, then we say, it's the consciousness transformed. By the force of the noble and supreme conquerors, compassionate blessings, and our faith, our mind streams, blinked no truly in a mere instant. Grant blessing to take birth in Devachin. So that chant is very strongly, its aspiration. Then say the is transforming consciousness. So now they have to burn the, the disease, like represented with the, we have the pepper or the names. So ready to burn. From the hearts of the mandala deities, let rays of wisdom shining forth and purify samsaric phenomena, the aggregates, elements, and the sense basis of the diseased into the experience of non-referential promoter pretty. Home in the heart of Dharma Dhartu, the fire of wisdom, awareness is less upon the wood pure of self-grasping, burning away the afflictions and the habitual tendencies of the one past. So that's the name is actually called burning afflictive emotion. The fire that is without aspiration for arising or cessation, without a burden and without characteristics, this self-born wisdom fire has burned away the conceptual imagination of belief in yourself. In truth, all objects to be burned, and those who burn them are promotally and effortlessly awakening. The self-born wisdom, the natural, spontaneously Dharmakaya appears here. Then burn that, object, become fire, and then chant the mantra, it's a Vajrasattva mantra. So Omeda Sado Samaya, chant that one. Then chant the mantra, the main Yadam deity mantra. Also then chant the Yed Dharma Heda Tabava Heda Tikada Dangatavate Soha, chant that. Is then finish. So this 41 is the longevity Dharma. That is for the only the for living beings have to do. So this is you don't have to do. So this is the burning one. This is create or the kind of for mandala for the disease purely representative. And then we write the name here. So that's, let's say, all the representative consciousness, lotus, syllable, everything there. And then, so the 5 Buddha's mantras, also six karmic imprint mantras. And they're all here in this part here, top there, mantras. You cannot see this, that's everything is included in this one. Okay, so thank you everyone. So finish the teaching tonight. It's over extra time. Hopefully everyone okay. So I have to share whole thing. That's you receive the transmission too. So you receive the transmission already. And
thanks for teaching.
Thank you.
Now we're going to do tomorrow practice this ritual things. Please join tomorrow, 7 o'clock. I'm going to make decision. I have 2 things, like one is Amitabha sadhana, one is Chinreze sadhana. I'm going to make decision which one I'm going to do with this ritual. So I'll send you that, share with you. Then you can have 2 things tomorrow in this one. And which one you're going to receive, Buddha Amitabha or Chinreze sadhana. Then we can going to do tomorrow. Okay, so that's it. Anything, any questions?
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Doji
you.
Che.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche.
So now we're going to do then dedication. Please, Marilyn, can you pour out the dedication? Maho in the center is marvelous Buddha, boundless light. On the right side, the Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of
powerful means,
all
all around limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, unmeasured people.
happiness is the blissful purling of the Devachi. May I and our beings pass from samsara. May we be born there without taking samsara rebirth. May I have blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face by the power of blessing of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. May we attain this aspiration without hindrance. Tiyatapinzandaya avambodhanaya soha. Bodhicitta the excellent and the precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise, where it is born, may it not decline, but it will increase higher and higher. By this virtue may I achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies, confusion may all who traverse on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, cross the ocean of samsara, as magically the way realize the ultimate state, and as did Samantha, but I will follow in the path, and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. May the teaching of the great Digomba Ranachiri, who is omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation, enter into the samsara. Thanks. My English is getting better, I think.
Excellent, Khenpo.
Yeah,
It really is.
very fun.
Getting a lot better. Just makes
Actually,
perfect.
Actually, that's in Tibet we say kaha london chembatsi. Kaha london means ka 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 nga cha 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 nya ta ta ta, like alphabet, Tibetan alphabet. So if someone has memorized that no count for that person is can read the Tibetan, Sometimes they has memorized the ka 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 nga, but when you pour out in the letter, they don't know how to read. Oh, like that. I can read this very fast because all kind of already memorized. My English is great. Okay. Forward to something new sadhana, then start.
We understand you.
I rejoice in your good merit, Khenpo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Have a good night,
Khenpo.
Khenpo. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Khenpo.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Khenpo.
See you
See you tomorrow,
tomorrow.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.